Y'all will recall the other day I shared a brief video in which I displayed a billboard that's up nearby in the city that I live, and it's a not so subtle message in that there's a picture of a black doctor with a mask on, looking stern and disapproving, and the billboard reads, "We're gaining patience and losing patience." Gaining patience, like people who come in to the hospital, and losing patience, like we're impatient. And the message was, and then below that, it said something like, "Be a hero," and get the badge. And it was clear. It's very, very clear, abundantly clear, who that billboard, who it was directed towards, what demographic was, whose attention was being commanded by this demographic. And this, my sense of this situation, which some would view as a crisis, I suppose, regarding blacks and the Baj, and their disinclination to go for the Baj. This recently, or the last couple of days, there's been, or a story has arisen which adds some emphasis to it. And the story is, and I will link it below, but ex-rapper, I don't think he raps anymore, but he does still act, Ice Cube. He reportedly turned down $9 million, a project for which he was going to get paid $9 million, because the requirement was that he get injected, and he said, "Oh, hell no" to that. And interestingly, and perhaps coincidentally, but perhaps providentially, the movie is titled "Oh, Hell No." The movie that he was going to be a part of, but then turned down because of that requirement. Now, if someone like Ice Cube, who, yeah, I know he's older, it's not like he's not like what he was in 1992 or something like that, but he is still an icon in the rap scene, kind of an old guard kind of figure, like Dr. Dre and some of the others of that era. And if somebody like him is saying no, I don't want to go along with this, then that's showing some clout. That's showing that there is teeth behind this anti-movement amongst this particular demographic. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out, because there is a crisis, let us just say, amongst typical Democrat voting types. There are the mostly white liberal upper middle class types, which is my when I recorded my videos around Christmas time, and I videotaped myself driving through my neighborhood with all the damn signs for Warnock and Ossoff, and every single house with its virtue signaling signs. That kind of neighborhood is the central hub of this particular type of demographic. So there's those kinds of people who, of course, tend to vote Democrat, but they're finding that their typical allies are really not going along with them on this Baj issue. Their typical allies are saying, "Oh, hell no" to the Baj issue. And this is it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because the the liberal, let's say the neoliberal establishment, the Biden establishment, are all in for the Baj and for the Baj mandates, and they're I've not seen them, I hate the phrase double down. I hate the way that people use that phrase double down. So I try to avoid it if possible, but I have not seen them back off in any way. Let's just put it that way. I have not seen them back off from this absolutist stance and what I would call a deeply unconstitutional and tyrannical stance, saying, get it or lose your job, get it or you can't come into this establishment, get it or these rights will be taken from you, and a two-tier society will form. As the bitch, I don't know her name. I can't remember her name right now. The Prime Minister of New Zealand said with this demonic, evil smile, duping delight kind of smile. In case you missed it, maybe I should post a link to that article as well. Said, yes, we are, of course, yes, this is a two-tier society that's forming. That's exactly what it is. And I think up in Canada, Trudeau said something like that, well, that's the way it's supposed to be. If you do the right things, then you get the goodies. You get the reward for doing the right things. So that's how they're phrasing this. People who do the right things, you are granted, you are awarded freedom. But everybody else, freedom is taken from you because you haven't done the things that we require you to do. As if freedom itself were not a God-given right, which, again, goes directly against the constitutional understanding of what liberty means. These things are not conditioned on whether or not you decide to take part in a medical procedure. Your right to live and travel freely and visit with other people, and do the kind of things that free men and women are able to do. This is not contingent upon you getting a medical procedure or upon anything else, save for you being convicted of a crime. But these mandates, of course, are not laws. Therefore, not obeying a mandate is not being a criminal. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. But anyway, good for Ice Cube. Way to go. I'm sure you're watching this. I'm sure you're an avid viewer of my channel. So thumbs up to you, Cube. And let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments below. My name's Andy Nowicki. Please check out my work at altrightnovelist.com.